And this morning we're starting off with plenty of sunshine out there. It looks great, but it is a cold start, and we'll see plenty of sunshine around for today, which will allow those temperatures to warm into the upper 40s and lower 50s for your afternoon highs. That's a little bit below average for the afternoon highs this time of the year, but the sunshine and relatively light winds won't feel too bad, especially if you're out in the sunshine later today. But right now it is cold. Find a heavy coat on your way out. Not tracking any kind of precipitation whatsoever. Don't expect any around for today. Now, even though we have sunshine now, it's a beautiful sunrise this morning as we take a look at a little bit of time lapse as we see the sun rising this morning on our River Spirit Casino cam. Just a nice start, but again, it is cold out there, and we're really not used to these cold temperatures. It's been so mild over the last couple of weeks, and now back to reality as we have temperatures in the 20s and 30s this morning. Beautiful shot now along the Arkansas River. We're looking at the 71st Street Bridge as it moves in toward the Riverside area. We're seeing a lot of sunshine out there, but again, a cold start. 31 degrees, still below freezing officially with that northwest wind currently at 9 miles per hour. Here's a look at temperatures in the metro for you. Upper 20s and lower 30s, still as cool as 29 over in Inola. We're setting at 31 from Oologah to Claremore, 32 now in Owasso and Skiatook, Jinx and Sand Springs, both at 32 degrees, still below freezing at 31 in Sapulpa. We're at 30 in Stillwater, 31 up in Bartlesville, 32 this morning in Tahlequah and Muskogee. Eufaula at 32. 33 in McAllister and Poteau. So with the sunny skies, temperatures will continue to slowly warm right on through the morning into the afternoon hours. As we take a look at what it actually feels like out there, though, we have just enough of a northwest wind at about 8 to 10 miles per hour. That's dropping our wind chills back into the 20s. This is really what you have to dress for on your way out. 23 is what it feels like in Tulsa and Grove, 23 in Muskogee, current wind chill of 24 in Fort Smith, also in Eufaula. Fayetteville and Branson right now feels like 19 degrees, 17 degrees, current wind chill of Joplin, also Springfield, Missouri. You notice temperatures a little bit warmer to the south and east. In fact, we're now up to 40 degrees in Dallas, 39 in Texarkana. Back to the northwest, temperatures colder. We're still running into the low 20s from Guymon to Dodge City. In fact, temperatures started off in the teens this morning in those locations, so extremely cold, but not that much out of the ordinary for this time of the year. But it's been such a mild winter across eastern Oklahoma, it definitely feels out of the ordinary with the cold temperatures. Running anywhere from about 10 to 20 degrees colder this morning compared to the same time yesterday morning. But look off to the east of us. We're running anywhere from 25 to 40 degrees colder this morning compared to our Friday morning start from St. Louis and West Plains, Missouri, over into southern Illinois and Indiana. That's behind the cold front that brought us the colder temperatures, and that same cold front will give the chance for some severe weather along the eastern seaboard later on this afternoon. For us, we're not talking about severe weather. We're not talking about any rain today. We're talking about plenty of sunshine and cool temperatures with light winds out there. They'll start off out of the northwest, slowly shift to the west and to the southwest, but only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour right on through the afternoon. Mainly clear skies for you this afternoon and evening. As we start the overnight hours, we'll start off clear, but as we move through the overnight itself, we'll see mostly cloudy skies starting to develop. You notice by morning, plenty of cloudiness starting to push into areas of eastern Oklahoma, and mostly cloudy skies expected for tomorrow with just a slight chance for a shower, only at 20%. And temperatures tomorrow running anywhere from about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than what I expect for today. Then as we move into the evening and overnight, tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, a little bit better chance for showers starting to pop up across eastern Oklahoma, especially in southeast and east central sections of the state. No rain around for today, upper 40s to lower 50s, and that light wind throughout the day with sunshine. Then for tonight, clouds will be on the increase. Still cold, but not quite as cold as what we saw this morning. Right at freezing tonight in Tulsa, 26 in Bartlesville, so some locations will drop below freezing again for tonight. A slight chance of a shower for tomorrow. We'll keep a slight chance of showers going on Sunday night into Monday, 30% chance of showers, lingering 20% chance late in the day on Tuesday. Could even see a couple of thunderstorms Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning. In advance of it, though, temperatures mild, 66 on Monday, 75 on Tuesday, so the mild weather will return. Behind the front on Wednesday, we'll drop to 57 degrees, so it will be a little bit on the cool side, but still right about average for this time of year on Wednesday. Then after that, sunshine returns, and back into the 60s. So 6 of the next 7 days, we're seeing temperatures at and above average. The lone exception today with the sunshine, 49 degrees.
Yeah, pretty nice week ahead, but today, again, very cold out there.
Yeah, a little bit on the cool side, and that rain chance, we have it there. Hopefully we do get some rain here early parts of the week, because that's going to help with any wildfire dangers.
Exactly. All right, thank you, Taft. New details this morning in the death of the North Korean leader's half-brother. Officials say one of the suspects was paid $90 for what she believed was a prank. Kim Jong-nam was killed at a Malaysian airport by 2 women when they wiped his face with deadly nerve agent VX. The UN considers that substance to be a weapon of mass destruction, and officials are still looking for more suspects in the death right now. They're looking to question another official at the North Korean embassy. For the first time since Ronald Reagan, a president, spoke at the Conservative Action Political Conference, or CPAC. Yesterday, President Donald Trump addressed the crowd. He began his remarks by once again criticizing the media, pointing out the use of anonymous sources. He, however, says that he was not against all media.
So I'm not against the media. I'm not against the press. I don't mind bad stories if I deserve them. And I tell you, I love good stories, but we won't talk. I don't get too many of them.
The president also focused on his administration's agenda, which includes promising action on immigration and rebuilding the military. We're also getting our first detailed look at an Obamacare replacement plan. NBC News has obtained a draft Republican proposal. This includes gutting the individual mandate and eliminating subsidies. Republicans also want to give tax credits based on age. They want to roll back the Medicaid expansion, and to help those with pre-existing conditions, states will be given money to create high-risk pools. Former longtime House Speaker John Boehner, though, was skeptical of this plan this week.
Well, they'll fix Obamacare, and I shouldn't have called it repeal and replace, because that's not what's going to happen. They're basically going to fix the flaws.
Two top Republican sources say the aim is to lower costs by eliminating some taxes and creating more competition. Oklahoma's new Attorney General says he needs more time to release thousands of documents related to his predecessor, Scott Pruitt. Right now, Pruitt leads the Environmental Protection Agency, and Pruitt was forced to release thousands of documents after being sued by an advocacy group. Recent emails showed the relationship that Pruitt had with energy companies during his tenure as Oklahoma's top lawyer. A mother is upset by what she says is a vulgar book in a school library. What the school is now doing, coming up. You're watching 2Works for You Saturday morning. Welcome back, everyone. And if you're looking for a pet, one of the best places to go, obviously, is the Humane Society of Tulsa. Evan Faden from the Humane Society joins us once again to introduce our latest Tulsa Pet of the Week. Evan, welcome back.
Hi, thank you for having me.
And tell us who this beautiful dog is.
This is Canella. She is like a 1.5, 2-year-old little mix. I'm not sure what
a
she's
cute
a
little
mix
mix,
with.
whatever it is.
She's
yeah,
a cute little
and
mix.
beautiful
She
eyes.
has the most beautiful blue eyes.
Wow.
They're piercing. She looks like she's kind of rolling her eyes at you all the time.
But she is so cute. I mean, and
is.
there's no telling what mix she is, but she is beautiful.
She's whatever you're looking for. That's what Canella is.
And so sweet too. Gets along with a lot of people.
She does, and she likes to go out with a play group of dogs too.
Nice.
So she gets along with other dogs, people. You know, she's just starting to learn what life is like. So.
Yeah, and she needs a good home. And tell us, you guys are going to have a fundraiser this evening.
Yes, so she's wearing her 80s and 90s bandana.
Appropriate.
In honor of 80s and 90s night that we're having at the Caravan tonight.
Nice, okay.
So they closed, but they're opening tonight, and the proceeds are going towards the Humane Society of Tulsa and to help us continue to do the life-saving work that we do.
That is great. And also there's going to be home and garden shows coming up too. You all preparing for that?
Yes. So we're also getting ready for the home show, which is our biggest adoption event. It's March 9th through 12th.
That is huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a pet, put that on your radar. Come out and see us. We always have a big booth, and we do lots of adoptions, send a lot of animals home.
Now, you all took in a lot of dogs from South Korea. Will there be any of them at the home and garden show too? I'd imagine there might be.
Yes, so we took in 24 from South Korea.
A lot.
A handful have already found their forever homes, and every day more and more of them are being able to be put up for adoption. So
That's all good news.
they're coming.
I love to
They've
hear
come
that,
a
yeah.
long way.
Evan, well, thank you for joining us this morning and introducing to this beautiful dog right here. If you'd like to adopt her or any of the animals at the Humane Society of Tulsa, you can call 918-495-DOGS or visit tulsapets.com. Taft?
And Will, we're seeing plenty of sunshine out there. It's a great morning if you like cool temperatures. We're setting at 31 degrees. There's a live look towards St. Francis Hospital right there around 61st and Yale. Blue skies around for today, but temperatures on the cool side. We'll talk about that and the upcoming work week forecast for you. It's straight ahead.
We are here at the spa sale, Tulsa Expo Square Fairgrounds. We are in the Central Park Hall and we'll be here until 7 o'clock tonight. Hi there, I'm Rowdy Yates from 98.5 KVOO, and we've done a lot of talking about regular run-of-the-mill spas, which there are dozens for you to pick from out here, but above-ground pools, that's another thing. Starting at $18.99, you can't beat the deal. Now, I want to talk about the ultimate in luxury and technology right here. This is the Michael Phelps Swim Spa. This is what the Olympian trains with, and you can have one of these in your backyard today. Financing is available, which makes it as cheap as $60 a month for all of this. It has resistance training built in. You can relax with your friends. It is heated, which means you can throw one heck of a party, and there are 100 different settings for you to enjoy. We want you to come out, talk to the manufacturer's reps, visit with the folks that are here, and get one of these in your home today.
For this week's 2Works for You in the Garden segment, Taft talks with Paul James, the gardener guy, about planting onions and potatoes.
Good morning. Welcome back to In the Garden. Paul and Taft here. And Paul, we were talking about potatoes a couple of weeks ago, which seemed like one of the easiest things you could plant. But I think we found something that may be even easier to plant, and it's the onion.
You got it. Now, the special case here is there are actually potatoes 4 inches below in this bed, but they're not going to be up for a good 3 weeks or so. So I'm going to go ahead and sow some onions in this bed that I'll harvest as scallions because they'll only take about 2 weeks to grow. So I'm going to maximize the use of this space. The onions will come out, the potatoes will come up. Makes sense, huh?
Easy to remember. We know that potatoes and onions go well in the skillet. They also go well in the garden as well.
So,
Okay.
to get from here, this is called an onion set. To get from here to a full-size onion, you're looking at about 90 days, maybe a little longer with some varieties. And honestly, this is not easy to do in this part of the country. It's a little easier farther south and east. So what I do typically is I just focus on growing green onions because I use them so much in cooking. Now, it couldn't be easier. There's two methods that you can use. You can go with a set, in which case all you do is I've created a little shallow furrow here. All you do is put it in the ground and do that.
That's pretty tough.
You think you can handle that?
I think I can handle that.
Now, if you go with what are called onion plants, isn't that clever how they name these?
Yeah, well, it's very
After
clever.
all, they are onion plants. If you go that route, first thing you want to do is hydrate them. So I just stuck them in a glass of water here, and you take them out, and sometimes you have to separate them a little bit because the roots get all tangled, but you just kind of pull them apart a little bit, and then you take one, and you set that in the furrow, and you do that.
That was a lot more difficult than the other one.
Now, here's the deal. What you don't want to do is plant these too deeply.
Okay.
Because if you want to get to a big old onion like that, you don't want the soil restricting its ability to expand. So you just barely plant them. And in some cases, if we get a high wind, they'll get knocked over. Well, big deal. You just come right out and just put them right back in again, and they'll be just fine. So that's really, I mean, it is that simple. There's some in a bed over here that I planted last week, as a matter of fact, and they're already coming up, and within another week, I'll be harvesting. Buster, you know you're not supposed to be in the garden here. What are you doing?
He loves onions.
This is my buddy, Buster. He's been with me a while. No, don't
Really
you
loves
get
onions.
in there. Don't you get in there.
So how far apart do we put these if we plant sets as opposed to the plant itself?
Same spacing, but if you want to grow big onions, then you need 4 to 6 inches between.
Okay.
If you're just interested in doing scallions, then you can just do them 2 inches apart, or if you want to do both, plant them 2 inches apart, in 2 or 3 weeks, harvest the scallion, and then you'll be 4 inches apart to go ahead and wait for them to develop into full-size onions.
okay.
So there again, you're maximizing that space. You're getting as much out of that space as you possibly can. They do need a fair amount of water. But as they start to mature, you don't want to water them too much or they'll rot. If you're planting in rich soil, this is a pretty compost amended soil, I probably won't even bother to fertilize. But if you want to go ahead and fertilize, that's fine. Don't overdo it.
So I think this is the easiest thing you can plant.
Well, it is. It's
Almost
pretty
no
close.
issues.
It's pretty close. It's, you know, I've taken a lot of flack over the years for suggesting that gardening is always easy. Well, it certainly is not. But this is.
Yeah, this is easy as it could be, and if you've never gardened before, start with onions and you'll always be satisfied.
What's not easy is for the two of us to stand up now, because
Let's try to do that. All right. Yeah, I don't know about you, but that was the hardest part of this entire thing.
It was.
Standing
I
up.
agree.
You can rewatch all the garden segments on our website, kjrh.com. And as Teff, you all were talking about last week, it's really the perfect time to plant, but you might have to cover those plants because of how cool it might become like today.
Yeah, that's right. You know, you can get out there and start planting things, but here over the next 4, 5, 6 weeks, there are going to be times like we saw last night. The temperatures are going to drop at and below freezing.
Right.
So you got to be prepared to cover them. Hopefully you covered up what you had already planted over the last week or so, because it got very cold last night.
Yes, it did.
Temperatures ran in the 20s many locations, even some upper teens in a few spots to our north and to our west. With the sunshine, though, temperatures are warming. We're right around the freezing mark now here in the Tulsa area. Beautiful shot from our River Spirit cam. That's 81st and Riverside. Keeping an eye on the traffic, and really the only thing you have to have with you this morning, not only heater in the car, but also some sunglasses. It's bright out there. We're going to see plenty of sunshine around for today, so the sunshine is going to be nice, and it's going to slowly warm these temperatures, which are currently at 31 degrees. will warm into the upper 40s to lower 50s across eastern Oklahoma this afternoon, and winds will stay relatively light. So although we are seeing a bit of a wind chill now, as we move into the afternoon hours, winds will drop off to about 5 to 10 miles per hour and not much of an added chill as we move on through the rest of the morning into the afternoon. Here's a look at current readings, and again, we're right around the freezing mark here in the metro. 31 downtown Tulsa, 32 at Jenks, still at 29 though in Glenpool. Off to the east, temperatures running low 30s, 31 in Broken Arrow, 33 now in Claremore, Owasso, and Oologah. Right at freezing in Tahlequah, Pryor, also Muskogee at 32 degrees, Bristow, Okmulgee, and Okemah all at 32. And Eufaula now up to 34 degrees. Winds just enough out of the northwest to drop those wind chills back into the 20s. Still feels like 23 in Tulsa and Okmulgee, 25 the current wind chill, Pryor, also in Tahlequah. And our temperatures now, comparing to the same time yesterday morning, still running anywhere from about 10 to 15 degrees cooler this morning compared to where we were yesterday morning. So sunny skies around for today, up to 43 degrees at noon, 49 the afternoon high with a light wind out of the northwest, shifting to the southwest, staying light this afternoon. And we'll see clear skies to start the evening, but clouds will be increasing later on tonight, along with increasing rain chances. I'll tell you when those rain chances arrive in our forecast in just a couple of minutes.
Taft, thanks. The Tulsa County Sheriff's Office needs your help identifying a man found dead almost 30 years ago. They say that man was found near Sand Springs in 1988. He did not match any missing persons at the time, and John Foreman was the first to discover the bones on his property all those years ago.
I'm sure he had a family. I'm sure there were loved ones. Why he was out in this area, who knows?
If you can recognize this rendering of the John Doe, you're asked to call the sheriff's office immediately. A middle school mother is outraged after finding her son with what she calls an inappropriate book from the school library. Jessica Bauman-Rubio is extremely concerned because the book was full of vulgar material and language. Stuck in the Middle is the name of the graphic novel. She said it had swear words, bullying, violence, and drug use. Delcrest Middle School says that it's pulling all the books now, and the district is also launching an investigation. Remembering a painful time in Tulsa's history, this year marks the 95th anniversary of the Tulsa race riot. Yesterday, Mayor G.T. Bynum and Senator James Lankford announced plans to remember that pivotal event. They talked about the formation of the 1921 Tulsa Race Riot Centennial Commission. They're also planning for the 100-year anniversary of the race riot in 2021. They'll tell the story of 300 African Americans who died during one of the worst race riots in history. It's not just to remember our past, but also to help us learn from it.
We will be planning to tell our story so that our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren for generations to come will see how we came together as a community and made a difference, not only for us, but for them.
Community leaders hope to bring 100 businesses to Tulsa over the next 5 years. To donate or to help with this commission, you're asked to call the Senator Matthews office. Technology inside the home can be a great help with busy schedules, but that technology could also be sharing information. How you can protect your privacy, coming up. You're watching 2Works for You Saturday morning. Before we get to this next story, you may want to reach over and unplug your Amazon Echo if you have one. The technology that's designed to make your life more convenient is listening to every word you say. 2Works for You anchor Karen Larson has more on how the devices are gathering information about you all the time.
Alexa, play Trolls.
The Manning family loves their Amazon Echo. So much, they have 4 of them.
Too loud.
The device helps this busy family stay organized.
I'll schedule Eleanor's snack on Tuesday, February 28th at 8 a.m., okay?
Thank you.
In fact, one of 22-month-old Truman's first words was Alexa.
It's everybody's personal radio and news apps. It does all of that kind of stuff for us that has been really convenient and handy.
Alexa can play trivia with you, turn your lights on and off, and even set your home alarm. But that convenience comes at a price.
We are trading, to some extent, a good degree of privacy for the easy button in our homes. And that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Computer science professor John Hale tracks technology in the labs at the University of Tulsa. He warns she's always listening.
After you say the trigger word,
Alexa.
then that information is recorded and transmitted elsewhere, into the cloud.
Yes, everything you say is recorded.
I only send audio back to Amazon when I hear you say the wake word.
She also tracks your likes, dislikes, and buying habits, since you can set her up to order for you online.
It's a treasure trove of consumer data, and there's a balance point between convenience and privacy.
Alexa, play songs by Taylor Swift.
Here's something else to keep in mind. Alexa can't tell the difference between voices yet. So a San Diego TV station ran a story about a little girl who told Alexa to buy her a dollhouse and cookies, and they arrived. Then the news anchors chimed in.
I love the little girl's take on it. Alexa ordered me a dollhouse.
So everybody at home watching that newscast with an Echo set up for shopping inadvertently purchased a dollhouse. Amazon didn't reveal how many.
She didn't recognize that as something that shouldn't happen, so she ordered a whole bunch of dollhouses that people didn't actually want.
Like many families, the Mannings like the convenience so much, they put one in the kitchen.
I added pretzels to your shopping list.
Alexa.
Their kids' bedrooms, even their master bedroom. Private places, computer experts warn we might want to keep private.
Hackers are clever. It's not all that unlikely to think that a malicious type of mod to one of these devices could capture and record everything that you're saying in your house and transmit it who knows where.
Hearing this, the Mannings now plan to be very careful to balance convenience with their family's privacy.
Second timer, 3 minutes, starting now.
Karen Larson reporting there. An intense crash happened in Daytona during the final lap of a race. What happened after that crash that led to an historic win? That's coming up. You're watching 2Works for You Saturday morning.
Hi there, Rowdy Yates from 98.5 KVOO. Checking in the one last time here from the Spa Show here at the Expo, Tulsa Fairgrounds. We are inside of the Central Park Hall now. If you were going to come out and visit us when the doors open up at 10 o'clock this morning, all you need to do is look to the right in the large yellow rubber duck. Inside, we have dozens and dozens of models of hot tubs and spas and above-ground pools and in-ground pools, too, that are tremendously discounted. We are talking 40 to 60% off, and if you buy it today, we can get it to you today. Above ground pool starting at only $18.99 and financing available. Swim spas as low as $60 a month. It's an incredible value, but the sale only goes on one time of year, and it's right now. Come on out and see us. The doors will open up at 10 this morning. We'll be here till 7 tonight, and tomorrow from 10 to 6 at the Expo Central Park Hall. It's the Spa Show.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Julie Chin for Oklahoma Magazine, and this is Stuff to Do, your guide for great entertainment this weekend and beyond. For legendary composer Beethoven, string quartets were expressions of his most private life experiences. To hear those movements performed by the celebrated Mural Quartet, visit the Beethoven Winter Festival presented by Chamber Music Tulsa. The festival covers all of Beethoven's 16 quartets. 2 performances remain, tonight at 7 and tomorrow at 5 at the Tulsa PAC. Visit chambermusictulsa.org for tickets. Tonight, Tulsa Opera combines well-known arias and beloved American musical favorites for an unforgettable night of music at Puccini to Pop. The show features 5 different operatic talents whose extensive vocal ranges will delight and dazzle. Expert lighting and videography adds a theatrical layer to the evening. The show runs tonight only at 8 at the Tulsa PAC. Visit tulsaopera.org for tickets. If you appreciate the power of a great movie score, Signature Symphony at TCC has just the event for you. Night at the Oscars is an ode to the emotional pull